Hello, welcome back. This is Leslie with Carpe Diem with Leslie. I'm sorry I didn't post a video last week and I think the week before, but I have been very busy. I'm just leaving my job right now. Right now is 12:08 on Saturday. But I have been so busy, and this change of time, I'm just not happy with it. You know, I get up in the morning and it's dark when I leave my house, and when I come back, it's dark again. So it's depressing. I don't know why they just don't keep, one time zone for everybody. One time, what am I trying to say? Just the one, time. And don't change it every freaking 6 months or so. I'm just like, make up your mind already. There's about 3 states in the United States that do not change the time. Those states are very lucky because it's crazy to be changing the time. I mean, I like to have, it doesn't matter what end of the day, at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, whenever you have some more time. I guess other people will be rooting for changing the time to their preference as well. I am just not. I just wanted to be on it or not. Oh, a turkey. So there was a turkey on the road. I've seen them so much. And the other night when I was going home, I saw this big black bear. Right there on the road, I got there, I guess, a little bit too late because apparently he crossed the road and I just caught him on the side of the road going into the woods. But I really love to see bears. But anyways, going back to the time, it's depressing, getting up in the morning and it's dark, and getting home from work and it's dark. And as soon as it's dark, my body says, okay, time to go to bed. And I have to keep looking at the clock to make sure, okay, it's just only 7:30. If I go to bed, I'm going to wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep. So it's a battle. But anyways, I've been very, very busy, like I said. You know how in my previous video, I talk about my father and how he liked education, and I guess I'm like him. But I went last week. When was it? I think it was a Tuesday. Whenever the 18 or 19. Yeah, it was last week. You see, I can't even remember what day it is today. Last week, I went and I took my New York State Notary Exam. I feel pretty confident, that I passed. But it was like I've been studying so much, trying to ram as much information as I could, that there were about 23 people in the room. Of course, it was proctor. And, I concentrated on it, and I just took a deep breath and I told myself, this is easy, which actually it was easy. I was like, this was an easy exam. I have been told that there is a lot of real estate questions in the exam, but I think I had maybe 3 questions. And one question was about being a notary and opening a bank safe, which, I knew that, what the procedure is and the rules. But I thought the exam was very easy. Maybe I'm being cocky or something, but I thought it was very easy. And I was like, okay, I'm done. So the lady sees me that I put my pencil down and I put my hands on the desk, and she motioned if I was done, and I said yes. She says, she checked to make sure that I have answered all the questions. And she said, okay. And I left. And I was the first one that left, the room. Now I'm wondering if I should have stayed there a little bit longer and check on my answers. But then I would have, doubted myself and second guessed myself. And maybe I would have made more errors. I have the proctor was saying, you have out of 40 questions, 40 questions, you can have 12 wrong and you still pass because you need a 70 to pass. So I'm just waiting now. I mean, I'm very anxious, I got to that, like most of us that want instant gratification. But the fee was $15. I pay for it with the check. My check clear. I think it was day before yesterday. And I am just... Oh, was it the beginning of this week? It was the beginning of this week that I took the test. I think it was Tuesday of this week, not last week. And my check cleared yesterday or the day before. But apparently it takes 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to get the results. And I am just really nervous about, but it was a very easy test. I don't see why. There was one question that I wasn't sure about because they give you a sample of the wording of and the template of the notarization type, and it was on multiple choice, and it was is this a sample of an acknowledgement or an oath? Sorry, I'm my neck has been killing me lately. I was in so much pain the other night. I don't want to talk about it. But anyways, so I just took a guess because it could have been an oath or an acknowledgement. But the rest was very simple, it's actually more common sense than knowing each statute or every law that comprises the New York State Notary Law. And I made so many notes. I took so many YouTube, I don't want to say classes, but I watched so many YouTube videos. There is this one guy that has this flashcards with the question, with the answers, and it goes, okay, this is the good answer, but because we need to make sure, we're going to go by process of elimination and talk about the other answers, and you will see why it's not. So if it got to a point of calling for, a rule it's called a rule in the law, and he will, switch screens and it will tell you, okay, this rule, whatever number it is, says this, and this, and this. So we go back to the question with the answers, and it says, okay, this answer doesn't match because it doesn't say anything about that in the rule. So it's very good the way he has it formatted, and it's all one after the other. It's like a very small clip videos that contain only one question with the answer. So it could be a 2-3 minute video, and he has them all in sequence. So that was really good. Maybe I'm gonna put a link in the description below, and link his YouTube videos there. But it was pretty common practice, of how much it is to reapply, which is the same amount when you are applying. How long is the commission for, which is 4 years. How much you can charge for this or that, it was pretty simple. Oh, one question that was there was about getting a certificate of character, I think it was. Yeah, certificate of character. Where do you get it at? And how much it costs, which in my county costs $10. And you have to go to the recorder of deeds at the clerk at your local county building. So that was the most harder questions. Oh, this guy almost hit me. A FedEx guy. Holy crap. He was taking that turn so bad. Too fast and on my lane. Anyways, maybe I should put you on the other, to face out so you can see. So maybe let's do that. Okay, this is what I'm seeing now. And my phone just went bad. Okay. Let me see. This thing is gonna fall. I need to stop and fix my phone because it came off the cradle and I don't want it to fall. And nobody's behind me. So here we go. Okay. Anyways, so that's one of the things that I did. And I did, I don't know if I mentioned this, I did take the Pennsylvania notary as well. I, took care of all that. Yesterday morning I went and I took my oath of office at the recorder of deeds. And so I have that all done. Everything is, I have my certificate, my stamps, everything. So that's done. Now I'm just waiting for the New York State Notary. Now, I bought the class for real estate agent. So now I can concentrate on studying for the New York State real estate license. That is getting a little bit complicated because I don't have as much time as I used to. But at least those two notary tasks that I had are done. And I can concentrate on the real estate course. But I am just afraid of the math portions of it. But hopefully, it's not going to be too bad. Somebody's been saying that, they were so scared of it. And there were only like 3 questions, math questions. So I'm hoping that it's going to be the same for me. I do remember after going back to, study for this, I do remember when I was living in Pennsylvania, I went and I took the test for real estate. And I remember passing the state portion, but I didn't understand at the time that included in that portion was the national portion. I did not pass the national portion, and I can't remember for the life of me why I didn't go back and finish that. I would have had my real estate license in Pennsylvania for years. I just don't remember why I gave up. I passed the state, but I didn't pass the national. And after going back and studying, for this in New York, and seeing, oh yeah, there is a national portion, and not having passed the national portion in Pennsylvania is scaring me to perhaps, not passing the New York State, the national portion in New York State. But we will cross that bridge when I get there. I have faith in myself because I'm not a quitter. But anyways, that's what's been happening in my life for the last 2 weeks. I've been very busy studying. Plus, we're getting ready for the Christmas season, and me being the president of the business association is getting me even more busy. And as a matter of fact, when I get into town, I have to go to different places and put some flyers up. So I am busy. What are you guys doing? How are you guys preparing for Christmas season? Thanksgiving and then Christmas. Let me know. Let me know what you do to study. If you're taking a course or something, let me know what you do to retain whatever you read. What is the things that make you comfortable studying? Let me know how you do that, so maybe I can get a tip from you and accomplish what I set myself to accomplish. Let me know how you doing. If everything is good in your life. Give me ideas of what to talk about on my next video, and let me know. So on that note, I thank you so much for watching and listening to me rant about my crazy life, and I will talk to you on my next video. And as always, Carpe Diem.